found an old roofer's hammer in my mum's loft and took that out and started climbing snow gullies with that just by myself. I'm just trying to go climbing as much as possible. The motivation that you have to be an all-round climber is just a motivation for enjoying the mountains or the crags. I think if you don't go with the flow of the conditions outside, if you're a Scottish climber, then you get really frustrated. And then when it's really horrible weather and you can't do any type of rock climbing in the middle of winter, then you just go ice or mixed climbing. So for me it was completely natural to do all of those disciplines. I would say the thing I'm happiest about is trying to have a normal life, but have this life of climbing that I have in the background as well. I do kind of lurch from one obsession to do one climb to another, but try and balance that with having a life outside of climbing as well. That last 15 moves of Rhapsody, I probably remember that sequence of handholds until the day I die, you know, you're a long way out from your gear. You know that if you come off, then there's going to be some big consequences. I've got 3 seconds to figure out which is the hold I'm going to jump for, and I'm going to take those 3 seconds, I'm going to make the right decision, and then it's going to be fine. And then you do it. And that's a very rewarding feeling. Big strength in my climbing that completely eclipses any others, and that's being really stubborn. The more problems I come up against, the more I kind of lean into it. But at the same time, that's what's got me up all the hard routes that I've done for sure. The climb I'm most happy with is a route of mine called Echo Wall on Ben Nevis. I felt it was just a really nice expression of all the skills that I've gained in climbing for half my life. As a game of moving one body part at a time and never getting ahead of yourself, always staying really in control. And you come to this place where you think, yeah, this is where I want to be. I want to be nowhere else but here, right now, and doing this. And then you do it, and it just feels really perfect. With Echo Wall, I was looking for years really for a climb like that, where it would have physical difficulty right up at my limit, a really difficult psychological route to do. You can either always go to new places and explore. You're seeing new stuff all the time, new routes, new environments, new landscapes, but always at the expense of detail. So if you go to one place for a long time, over different seasons, and you start to get to know it, it's like relationships of all types. They get better as you start to know the one place or the one landscape over time, and see how it changes and see how you change in it as well. If you're an expert at climbing in one place, it gives you that great feeling of a connection to it and confidence in it, so you feel really at home. And I had that strongest when I did Echo Wall. Just for a moment, I just felt totally at home on Ben Nevis, totally confident. So it wasn't laboured. Although it was a hard route, it felt easy. It is one of the hardest things is waiting and preparing yourself for these big leads that are going to take so much out of you. So you're kind of timing all of your build-up, a physical build-up and a mental, psychological build-up to doing something that's right at your limit. And then if you get 99% of that done and you're right before you want to do your route, and then it turns out that it's not in condition, it's really hard to kind of just let that go and then build it all up again and be ready for the next time. I'm addicted to both risk and escapism, I think. Risk has its own value for its power. The escapism of climbing has its own value in simplicity.